All right. So let me see my face show up there. Holly, how we doing? Thank you, Classics. Appreciate that for the subbing. Happy 3-month anniversary. All right. All right. LaDawn, hello. All right. Good, good. Let me mute my sound over here. Sound over there. So let's see here. Good. We're going to mute the sound over here. All right, cool, cool. Father Fonz, hello, welcome. Have to come correct. Okay, so what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to do a quick review of everything we covered the past week. We always love to do a review in the beginning. So first off, I'm going to share my screen and show you all how to buy bits, how to subscribe to someone, how to gift a sub, just so we have this example as well. And then, all right, Holly, no problem. Let's see here. iRule, we're going to go to iRule here. So I'm going to show you all how to mute that, how to sub, buy bits, how to gift a sub, all that. And then we're going to, what's up, LV? How we doing? Carolyn W. Imson, hello as well, West Coast. I'm going to go through that so we can use that and clip it for a video. And then we're going to go over a couple things and have Q&A as well. So let me share my screen. And let's see here. Share screen. Chrome tab. Good, good, good. Perfect. See that there. Okay. Okay, so right now we're on iRule's page right here, DJ iRule. And so really quickly, make sure you can see that spoken through music. Long time no talk. How are you? Okay, good. So now you see us. We're on iRule's page. So really quick, whenever you want to subscribe to someone, this is how you do it. You just click on the little purple button there, subscribe. You can subscribe. I've already used my Prime for the month, so you can use your Amazon Prime, or you can also just $4.99. I have mine connected to my PayPal. So I'm gonna sub really quickly. Click complete purchase. It'll go through the process there, and then we will see as it pops up here. It'll be done in a moment. Payment successful. So then, you know, there it is. So that's how you subscribe to someone. You can see on his screen, I subscribed. It shows up right there. He would probably be acknowledging me, but we can't hear him, so that's good. Now, if you wanted to gift a sub, say you want to gift a sub, which means you want to gift a sub, give someone a sub to his channel. So you click that again, gift a sub. You can gift it anonymously. You can just do 10. You can do one. So we're going to do one gifted sub here as well. And then you can actually pick the person you want to gift the sub to as well. So we're going to go to a specific viewer. I'm going to pick, let's see here. I think I'm going to do spoken through music because you gifted me a sub today. So I'll pay it back to you through music right here. Put their name in there. It'll highlight gift a subscription right there. Once again, right there. It'll go through and then spoken through music. We'll get a notification. She's gotten a sub. We're good to go. There. That's how to gift a sub. So very good, very easy there. Now I'm going to show you how to buy bits. So to buy bits right here, get bits. You can do however many denominations you want. You can see that for 1,500 bits right here, you can buy them for $19.95, which means that Amazon takes their cut on the front end. So whenever you give bits to a DJ, they get 100% of those bits. So for right now, I'm going to buy $19.95 worth of bits right here. Complete the purchase, and you'll see my little balance will pop up and be a little higher now. So we'll go up, we'll wait. Done. So now I have a total of 1,831 bits. Now, while I'm here as well on his page already, if you wanted to show bits, you want to cheer, show bits, that's like virtual tipping. So if you wanted to do that, then you can do that also. So let's see here. Oh, it looks like they rated they rated me, so we rated him. So that's it. That's funny. Okay, so let me stop sharing really quickly, or I'll go to someone else here. We're going to go to Relly Rel. So we'll go to Relly Rel. Thank you. I got 2 raids that came in. Hold on. So we have DJ iRule, my fellow classmate from Blair High School. And then we have DJ Prodigy. Thank you both for the raids. Thank you very much. So iRule is so funny. We were just on your account here. So So now you see my screen. We're on Relly Rails account here. So it's cool. So first thing you do is just share his, we're going to say streaming in live from Twitch U. Okay, so put that there. Now to give bits, I like to do show love. So you can do show love like 25. That's like 25 cents. You can do a whole bunch of things. You can also go to the chat here. Let me think how I do this right here, right? Let's see here. So you can do like, that'll put some emotes up. Hold on. You can do like, here's the different ones. You can do PogChamp, Cheer Wall. You can do show love, which I did. I like the little doggy here, Franker Z here. So you can do Franker Z 100 like that. 100, that's like $1. And then we'll do another one here, which is, so you can show all the cheer modes. We're going to do, let's see here, forehead. We'll do 25. We'll change that up. We're going to do forehead 100 there as well. So you hit that in the chat. That is how you cheer in a channel. Pick those things, you cheer, it'll pop up. That's how you do a cheer also. Keep putting your questions in. I'll answer them. I want to get through this. So that's how to sub. That's how to buy bits. That's how to cheer. Now I'm going to show you how to whisper. And so on the screen up top, you see how I have these two. I have notifications, and then I have the whispers up here. So like you have notifications here. I'd unlock the badge when I sub to iRule, and then I have my channel once there. I haven't had any in a couple of days. And I hear my whispers. So you can go through, see my whispers. People send me whispers. Just Jen sends me a whisper. So I'm going to search. You can search for people. Like I'm going to search for Holly _B. That's Holly right there. You go in here. You can say testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's how you send a whisper. It goes through. Now, if I did not know who I was sending a whisper, like I knew the person, but I never sent them a whisper before. Like for example, I'm gonna go through that as well, Chill Hill. So let's see here for a moment. Say if I wanted to send Chill Hill 1342. So I'm gonna search for his name here. Chill Hill 1342. I think that's you right there. And I'm gonna say, hello, how are you? And then you go right there and that'll pop into your doom. So that's how you do that as well. That's how you send a whisper. So you can do it. There's also a way I'll show you in a moment where you can actually whisper in the chat. I'm going to go through that as well. So there you go. So there we go. Holly wrote me back. Hopefully she didn't yell at me or whatever about to lurk. So there's Holly. Good. So that's really quick there. So we're going to stop this real quick. We're going to go back to StreamYard. All right. So I covered that. Awesome. So those are kind of the basics. Now I'm going to go through, show you how to host, auto host as well. Also, so let's see here. I'm going to show you how to auto host. So let's see here. We're going to scroll this bad boy up here. Good. So now let me get the screen up here. Greater dashboard. I'm going to go streaming tools, settings, channel. This in a minute. I'm trying to remember where it is. Rules manager, activity, followers, channel points. I forget where the hosting thing is there. So hold on for a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. I think there. And then I'll greet everyone here. So I haven't forgotten about you all yet. Moderation, and then channel, and then stream. I gotta remember where I put the host. I forget that as well. Follower list. Huh. I'll have to look. I have to remember where that is. Community, activity. I forget the hosting thing. Achievements. Okay, I'll remember in a minute. Hold on for a minute here. I'll look and see. Okay, Songbird there. Chill Hill. Got it. Okay, Chill Hill got the DM as well. So I'm going to pause here. And this mustache is gone tomorrow. So hold on. Let me go back up top and answer any questions. We have like 11 minutes in. I want to find this extension host. I forget where I put my hosts in channel. Collections. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Okay, I'll get to this. Okay, now I'm going to go here. And let's go back to the chat here. And we'll do that. Ooh, lots of comments already. All right, let me go up to the top real quick here. Okay, White Liger, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Nick Dorrell, J Style Sounds, hello. If you have questions, make sure you highlight them, and then we'll make sure to get them, and then my mods will bring that to my attention. So Laquita B, what is the benefits of buying bits? This means you can participate when people are cheering in the chat, virtual tipping. That's the benefits. You can also choose to send them a tip or money via their Cash App or PayPal, but virtual bits allows you to virtual tip when you go into streams, cheer, you can kind of throw bits up. That's the benefit to that. Hello, Mike C Music. Let's see here. Lisa, hello. D-Man. Yes, each bit is worth 1 penny. So when you throw out 100 bits, that's $1. $1 as well. Okay. When gifting subs for the first time, is there a minimum amount you need to have in your account to gift the sub? No, because it's going to take it directly from either your PayPal or your credit card, whatever you have attached to Twitch. It'll take it from there. And that's what it will charge you. So there's no minimum account you need to have as well. Marcia, hello. Okay. All right, so we're good here. Philip Burnside, what is going on? Hello, Tanya. Okay. Selecta is here. Make sure you'll follow Selecta. Yes, Jason Staten. Will this be posted? Yes, it'll be at a highlight section of my be in the highlight section of my channel. So you can always go back there and view it there. This is done through StreamYard. So I use StreamYard to broadcast this, and this is done through StreamYard. That allows me to share the comments, share my screen. It gives me more flexibility. So I use StreamYard. I only use StreamYard just for this. Everything else I use OBS as well. And so I'm glad you asked that, Shelly Shell. So I'm going to, okay, DJ Marco from Philly, hello. So Shelly Shell, you asked this question. I have not been able to find this out yet. Still ask some questions out, and we will do that. I'll keep researching for you. What is a hype train? So I'm glad you asked this, spoken through music. So I am going to pull this up really quickly. And this is a hype train. So the first thing I'll say about a hype train is, how am I here? Hype train is like a virtual way legal way for you to show some love to whoever's streaming. So it'll kick off when there's a certain spike in support events. Like if there's a bunch of people that throw out a certain amount of bits, a bunch of subscriptions, or a bunch of gifted subscriptions, it'll start a hype train. Hype train is just a way, it's like a concentrated time period where you can show love to the streamer. That's the best way to describe it. This is the first thing. And then this is also it. So when they say supported events, it's like subscribing with Prime, sharing subscription renewal in the chat, gifting a sub, and or using bits. So that's what a hype train is. You'll see it come up. It does not show up on mobile yet. And we're hoping that that will change, but that's kind of what a hype train is. So let me know if that makes better sense for you. So we got that one covered. Okay, good. So I answered that as well. Okay, good. So this is another question here. Describe longer than a month on a streamer's page and it's showing me to do so. Why isn't it letting you? So Maddie, hello, by the way, thank you for joining us. If we go back out, I'm gonna show you how you can subscribe. So let me go back to Relly Rel's page. And also, I'm gonna show you something also. Let me see if Just Jen 47. I'm gonna Just Jen's page really quickly. And I'm going to share it for you. So I'm going to share my screens. Thank you for following Luna Gore. Look forward to talking to you momentarily. Okay, so what I did was I went to Just Jen's page, and she has me on the screen right there. But if you're looking for a way to host, you can click on the chat button here. You go to the chat button there. It will go onto her chat button, and then you could just type /host. You have to type this as you're the streamer. So go to your page. So you go to your page, you go to chat, then you just type /host Amani Experience, and it would let you do that on your page in your chat. That's the easiest way to host, or you can auto host, which I'll show you as well. Now, we're going to go to DJ Relly Rel from here. Eeyore, thank you for the subscription. Jordan, that's his name, is going to talk to us later about overlays and emotes as well. So we're excited to see you there. So thank you for the sub, sir. So now, if you're trying to subscribe for more than a month, I'm trying to think here. When you go to sub, I have to find someone else who I am not sub to yet. Let's see here. I don't think I'm sub to. Let's do Ill Vibe Collective. And let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to Ill Vibe Collective. And if I click subscribe, it should let me. Oh. It should give you an option to subscribe for more than 1 month. Let me stick this here. So it gives you 3 options. You can subscribe for 3 months, 6 months, 1 month. Those are options you can subscribe for right there. So that hopefully that'll answer your question as well. And that's how you can subscribe for 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. Those are the periods they allow you to do. Okay, so hopefully that answered that question. I'm going to stop there. Okay, we're going to stop sharing the screen too. Go back up here. Okay. All right, so now Twomp is here. Okay. Me too as well, Survivor. I'll show you that later. Okay, so that answered that question. So let's see here. Let me go back through here. That's Tomorrow Twomp. Thank you for that gifted sub, Night Unknown. Appreciate that. All right, DJ Miggy is here. Welcome. Awesome. All right, so next up, I showed you that. Also, I want to also share this on mobile. This is very important for mobile. When you're on mobile, we don't recommend that you subscribe by buying the tokens. Go to your mobile browser, subs.twitch.tv, check and sub via mobile devices as well. Do that on mobile, and that will help out and save you money. And it also allows you to adjust the time period and any subscriptions. If you want to go from tier 1 to tier 2, it will help you do that as well. So that's one thing that we want to do and to share that with you. Yeah, exactly, Twomp. Buy bits for mobile. Don't do that as well too. Buy them on your desktop. It'll transfer over to your account. So that's good there. Let me think here. Okay, hosting. Let me go back and keep what I want to know in the chat as well. So hold on for a minute. I'm going to highlight some things. Let's see here. Don't buy bits for mobile. And so Golden Lady, hello, by the way. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us for our Stevie Wonder set. Tell us, what was it that took you 3 months to find out as well? Tell us that also. I'm going to try to go and show you how to auto host. I want to show you how to auto host as well. So I got to just find the main thing there. Also in the chat, if you could also put, if you're new here, if this is your first time here, put a 1. If you've been here 2, 3, or 4 times, put a 2. If you've been to class more than 4 times, put a 3 in the chat as well. And then Miss Denise, I will share that again also. So put a 1 if you're new here, and then we will make sure to greet you. 2 if you've been here for 2 to 3 times or 4 times, and 3 if you've been here more than 4 times. Asiatu, good to see you here. Goddess, good to see you here. SW Understanding, yes. Chanel B, welcome back. Awesome. Night Unknown 1.33. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Good. So hold on for a minute. I'm going to try to find this auto host. I put my host channel. Hosting, social link, affiliate. Maybe if someone in the chat could, that sort of counts, DJ. If someone in the chat could let me know, where do I forgot where I find the auto hosting part. I think it might be community, but let me know that. I'm trying to find it there as well. Let's see here. So let me know in the chat. I forget where I found it for, and I have to look that up. So let's see here. See, I think they just recently moved that too. That's exactly the point. All right, so we'll keep looking in the chat. Let me know. I'm so happy that so many new people are here. So welcome. This is a class. We do this. We learn together. I think it's so effective, and it's a great place for us to come and just ask questions. I built in a lot of open time throughout the agenda today, so we have plenty of time for questions and answers. I also recommend that you, okay, let's see here. Tanya put that up there, channel preferences. So let me look at that. Hold on for a minute. Let me scroll up, Tanya. See that there. Channel preferences. So hold on. Channel preferences. Where's channel preferences? Oh, hold on. Let's see here. Channel. And so to dashboard, they moved it. So let's see here. Thank you for resubbing Ebony ATL. So let me think here. I got to figure this out as well too. Channel settings. Channel. And then we're going to go down to, I have to find this again. Creator dashboard. So it's not, that's okay, Tanya, that's good. So I'm looking here. Featured content. Let's see here. I'll have to get back to that. I'm gonna look at that while we do that as well. We'll keep it moving here. Let's see here, channel settings. Bio, social link. Yeah, I can't find mine this time. I'll look through it. Hold on, I'll look through it here and see. Good, good, good. Uh-oh. We have a hype train going on in the middle of class. Yeah. Okay. So also, let's see here. I'm going to go to our Discord. Make sure you join the Discord. There are some questions put in there that I'm going to read out, and then we'll take questions from the main thing here. So hold on here. There's questions. Okay. So White Liger, I believe you're here. You asked, some of the DJs have different city scenes playing behind them. How is that done? So what that means is that they have a green screen, and they actually will use the green screen to block out the back of them, and able to put any images they have behind them as well. And that's how they have city scenes behind them. They can put videos behind them, all of that as well. So that's kind of what that means in terms of this. So I'm going to try this in a minute and keep putting questions in there. And I got to find this. It's so funny. I can't find it anymore. So hold on. Hype train. So we're Hype train right now. So let me do that. Thank you all very much. Yeah, Luna Gore, maybe when we talk to you, Luna Gore, maybe you can show me how to do that, because I can't find it, but I'm gonna look again. So let's see here. So we can see here, if I go to my, hold on, brand featured content. Aha, they moved it. I see it now. All right. I think so, right? And then we have host, right? Host list. Okay, so now I got it. So let me go to, let's go to channel, stream summary, stream manager. All right, let me share this with you. This is how to auto host. Thank you all for the instructions, because I hope I can find where I had that again. Hold on, they moved it. Yeah, so hold on. We're gonna go back really quickly. Let's see, I don't remember where I just found that. So hold on, let's see here. That's so funny. Okay, I'll put that up again, Miss TaylorMade. Yes, yes, hold on. So let's see here. So actually, we're going to cancel this. So Miss TaylorMade, in terms of buying subs and tips via mobile, that's the link that's on the screen right there, where it says subs.twitch.tv. That is where you can find all the opportunities for you to sub via mobile and save yourself some money as well. So hold on for real quickly here. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so here, now I found it. Whew, they moved it. They did move that. Okay, so Chrome tab, channel, Twitch. Okay, so this is how to auto host. Is you're going to come to your creator dashboard, Then you're going to go down to settings. You're going to pick channel. And let me hide this banner really quickly here. You're going to come down to channel. Once you're in channel, across the top, which is different, they just changed this. You have about, brand, schedule, featured content. We're going to click on featured content. And then you're going to make sure auto host is activated. And then you can do your host list here. So here's a list of people that I host automatically. So I'm going to add one as an example. And I think it's DJ I Rule 202. I'm going to add him. So I've added him as host, and he'll show up at the bottom, I believe. There he is right there. So whenever he's on, if I'm not on, it'll automatically host him. This is a very easy way for you to host channels, and it's very good for people to discover and all that as well. So that's how you host also. Thank you all for helping me find that, because they did move that for sure. Awesome. All right, so stop that. Let me ask any questions. So our guest is here. We're going to get to our guest in 2 minutes. I'm super excited to have her. So Luna Gore, you can log into that link I gave you as well. So let's see here. Oh, we still got the hype train. We're still level 2, 22%. We're just cruising right along here. Yes, that's good. Chanel be there. They did move it. Good. Okay, let me see what other questions were on the in our Discord. I highly recommend you join the Discord. We have lots of good conversation going on there. And Tanya, I see your question here. And she asked about testing your stream before you go live. So I know this is a DJ question, but I still wanted to show this one if I still have the link up here. So this is what you can do. Go to inspector.twitch.tv. That'll let you test your stream. Oh, I know what else I want to share. That'll let you test your stream before you go live, or you can create a second account now. So this reminds me, I created, with the help of some people in the Discord, some suggestions. Shout out to Lainey, who had this one suggestion. I created a beginner guide for you on Twitch with links in terms of all the common questions. So I'm going to show you that really quickly, and then we're going to talk to Luna Gore. So I'm going to share this guide, and I think the mods will put up a comment how you can get it. You just have to give your email address, and you can get the guide as well. I will answer that. What's up, As Is? How are you doing? I'm going to answer that question as well for you in a minute. So let's see here. I'm going to show you this beginner's guide. Share screen. So we're going to share application window. Aha, perfect. Okay, so we have this beginner guide. I'm just going to go through it really quickly so you can see what's a part of it, and then you can ask any questions. Then we'll get to our first guest. So it's our Twitch user guide. There's about, let me think here, 30 pages. It talks you how to host on Twitch, and there are links there. You can click on the links. They'll take you right to the instructions, how to host on Twitch. It'll tell you about how to buy bits. There's a link there. You can go to that. It'll tell you how to buy bits. You can follow the link. It talks to you about how the bits convert over. So you can see for 100 bits, that is equal to $1. And then this shows you what they get. This tells you how to cheer. There's links here that show you just how to do everything we're talking about. How to subscribe to a creator. There's a link that shows you that, tells you the levels, all that. So it'll tell you everything in here. How to gift subscription. There's a link for that. This also will explain one of the questions that JFam asked about how gifted subs are distributed. This will walk you through that. This tells you about all the different badges that are there. And this is the Twitch badge guide as well. And so I will put a link in the chat. Hold on, let me do that really quickly. I think, or maybe if the mods have. Okay, let me just go through the chat here. So thank you for resubbing Tanya, California. Appreciate the love. So I think, let me look at the command. I think it's called /guide. I think that's what it is right there. So there you go. That's the guide right there. So mods, you can use that command. You can just go to that guide, put your email address in there. There's a download link, and that will tell you that. And this is just all the different instructions, everything there. It take you through it all as well. And so the keyboard shortcuts, which are really important, it's all there in the guide. How to send a whisper, it's all there. So this one, I'm going to start to point people to the guide so that you can use that, share it with people, and do all that. Talks you through the emotes. This is a good tip. If you're buffering when you're watching someone stream, you can reduce your video quality, and that'll help you see it better. and that'll help it stop buffering as well. So that's that there. All right, so there, and it'll talk to you about channel points as well, and it'll talk to you about a guide. So everything is there. We put it all together. It's really cool, and that's there. Some plugins for your desktop. Then we get to affiliate. So it goes through. So I'm not gonna go through it all. I did most of it already, but I'll just say affiliate and then partner. And I have some updated information on partner as well. So affiliate information, it's all linked right here, I believe. Yes. Linked. It's all linked right here. How they review the application, it's all there. So that's a guy. If there's anything missing, please let me know and we'll add to it. But this is really, really valuable. It walks you through with all the links. So, we can just use this, average viewers. And I also linked this video that explains average viewers, which I really like. So you can look at that. It's all there for you. So equipment. And then for the equipment, I put the Amazon wish list, which I always add to as well. The inspector thing, this is what reminded me of it, Tanya, California. Put that on there also. There's a couple questions there. Oh, and I'm going to update that as well. This one right here, I found out that you can mute the stream. And I'll show you a link that shows that you can mute the stream and still give the viewer credit as well. So that's the guide. Definitely use that and share it, and we'll keep learning. And if there's anything missing, let me know too, because we'll add to it. It's a Google Doc. I can just add to it and create different versions. All right, so that's awesome. All right, so now I'm going to bring our guest on in a moment here as well. And as is, okay, so as is, did that work for you? Thank you, Justin. Let me know if that worked, and we'll go with that. Of course, Brax is here. Awesome. Good. We're helping each other. Great, cool, perfect. Okay, so now I want to say hello to Luna Gore. How are you?
I am well.
Awesome. So first of all, I wanted to thank you for joining us for our kind of Twitch University. I'm so excited to talk to you because you're like a gamer and a variety streamer where most of us are like DJs and producers. And so first of all, thank you. Second, maybe you want to introduce yourself really quickly. Tell us how you found Twitch and what do you do primarily on Twitch?
So I found Twitch back before, not even before, like just after it stopped being Justin TV. And I started streaming an MMO called Terra Online. And that's where I got the bulk of my following. And then I unfortunately had to take a short break. So I'm getting back into streaming for the past year now. Got affiliate last year, just at my anniversary a couple days ago. And yeah, I pretty much just do variety streaming. I do video games, sometimes I do coding, and I also do Dungeons and Dragons.
Awesome. Cool. For people, so first of all, thank you. You've been very helpful for me. I found you in the Discord that we're both a member of, just answering questions about how to kind of get up and running, the do's and don'ts on Twitch. What are maybe 3 or 4 tips for new viewers that are just coming on to watch things on Twitch that you would suggest they do so they don't get so intimidated?
I would definitely suggest just lurking around a bit before you create an account. Get a feel for the site, see if it's something that you want to do, so you don't create an account, abandon it, and then when you come back, you find out that you already have an account, and then just go through this whole craze thinking, when did I do that? But just kind of taking it slow. You can start at the front page and then work your way into the categories and things like that to see specific things that you want to view, because Twitch has blown up over the past couple years now, and there's pretty much everything on here, similar to YouTube, where you can do tutorials for makeup or for coding or for cooking, or you can do just chatting like we are now, or podcasts or anything like that as well. So just kind of figure out what you want to do on the platform, find your niche community that you want to join, and then go on from there.
Cool. What are some suggestions to kind of manage the chat? I know that the chat can get really busy on some streams. It can be overwhelming. How do we kind of manage the chat? What are some of your recommendations?
Well, Twitch already has a bunch of tools built in that you can go through as a streamer to kind of mitigate a lot of the common issues that happens in chats. There is auto moderator, which you can set it at different levels. It can be off, low, and so on and so forth from there, and just like some suggestions on some banned words and things like that. You can go further into that and ban additional words and variations of words, because you can use emojis now, like regular text emojis, in Twitch right now. So I would suggest making sure that those are set up before you go live. If you know a bit about, any triggering words that personally affect you or that might affect your community.
Awesome. What about in terms of like hosting and doing those basic kind of things that help out the streamer that you're watching? Are there any that we might not have thought of, or that are some oldies but goodies in terms of things we can do to help the streamers we're watching?
Outside of hosting, especially if you're streaming yourself, you can also just share. Like when you go onto their page, there's a little share button at the bottom right hand corner of their stream. Just share it out to your social media. It could be Facebook, Twitter, or you can directly email it to people. I don't know who uses their email to check out streamers, but that's definitely an option as well. And if you use any sort of social media outside of Facebook and Twitter, like Instagram or even Snapchat, you can post a picture there saying, hey, come check out this streamer. I'm currently watching them, and kind of have like a watch party going on.
Yeah. How often do you view like streamers desktop compared to mobile?
I hardly use my phone for anything outside of, checking some text messages from family. So I'm always on my computer. I have a 3-monitor setup. So I usually have streamers that I'm helping moderate or just hanging out with on one monitor. And then if I'm actively streaming while hanging out in theirs, I have that going on. Or if I'm just chilling and playing some video games or something like that, I'll just have multiple up, either have them turned down low or muted, like you were explaining before, just so that I can give them that extra viewer in there. And then, check in with them every once in a while, say something in their chat just to give them those, padded or boosted statistics, because the amount of chatters also counts as well.
I'm glad you said that. Can you explain a little bit more about that? That really is a good point. So just explain that. Shout out to Jenny joining us from Facebook. So go ahead.
So as far as chatters go, like everybody, the whole reason why we want to be on Twitch is because we want to communicate with people. We want to reach out to other people from, other states, other cities, other countries. And if you chat with them, not only are you counting as a viewer, you're also counting as a chatter. And that kind of boosts up their statistics. Like when they end their stream, it'll say active chatters or unique chatters, like if you're new to their stream. And it always makes me smile when I see that some new people have come in and checked me out and started chatting up my chat.
Awesome. So, and I think I read, like, if you have a lot of people chatting, that can also help you become, in terms of that recommended section, that helps boost you up there as well.
Right. Yeah. Just like any viewers, because if you're just lurking and there's no one speaking in their chat, a lot of people will come in, see that there's no activity, and then they will leave.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. So it's funny that a lot of our viewers, like in the DJ music side, are mobile. So it's really interesting compared to most like gamers, pretty much primarily all desktop. Do you know or have any like mobile tips, or what are your thoughts on that?
Mobile is kind of its own beast, as well as the Twitch desktop app, because you can view it in a browser, and then there's also the app, just similar to the mobile one. Most people prefer to use the browser mainly because you can block ads, but you can't do that in the Twitch app, and you can't do that in the mobile app either. So it can get a little annoying, especially for newer viewers, to use the Twitch app on either desktop or mobile simply because of the ads, because there's the pre-roll ads as soon as you join someone's channel, and then there's like midstream ads that are forced on you now. Plus any surprise ads that might run automatically on a streamer's channel. So it takes some getting used to, because not all the times do the ads volume match with the streamer's volume. So that can also drive away some new viewers as well.
Okay. What browser do you really watch and use to stream on Twitch? What's your preferred browser?
I recently moved over from Firefox to Brave, which is a Chromium browser, similar. Well, Yeah, like Microsoft Edge is a Chromium browser now, and it's pretty good in my opinion. So far, so good.
And so it's called Brave, right? Brave.
Correct.
Why do you choose to use a browser instead of the app?
Mainly because it's easier to have multiple streams up versus the app. In the app, if you try to open up multiple, it just creates multiple windows instead of like tabs like a browser has. So in the browser, I can have multiple tabs and easily click between them versus having to find them in my taskbar at the bottom of my screen.
And then when you use the browser, does it slow down your computer a lot? Because the issue with Chrome, which I use, which I'm probably going to switch after talking to you today, is that it kind of slows the computer down and just kind of makes it slow. What's the feedback or the relationship with Brave? How does that kind of affect your operating system?
So the reason why I originally jump shipped from Chrome to Firefox was because of the same issue with the RAM getting eaten up. But that started happening with Firefox after a while, so I switched over to Brave, and so far so good because I'm a tab hog. I usually have at least 50 tabs open at a time, which is a lot, and it barely goes over how much is it? Like 100 megabytes?
Okay, awesome. Great tip there. So yes, Jinjay, that is Brave. This is probably a good segue to we can answer some questions about moderating. How beneficial has Discord been to you, both personally and as you try to grow your community? Because I find it very, very helpful. That's my opinion. So I want to hear your opinion.
Oh, I love Discord. It's the next TeamSpeak, and it's a lot easier to find communities than it was with TeamSpeak, because that's pretty much all we had back when Twitch first started becoming a thing. Everyone had their own personal TeamSpeak server, or Mumble, or Ventrilo, or what have you, and it was kind of you only knew about it if you knew that person type of thing. But with Discord, you can find a bunch of invites online, or if you use any Discord extensions, there is a public option where you can see like a bunch of public servers that are just open to anybody, and you can join in for a lot of gaming communities as well as music communities, art, and so on and so forth. I pretty much join any Discord that I can that involves video games, and just kind of chill out in those channels and get to know a lot of people. And with the integration for Twitch on Discord, as soon as you put your account on there and you go live, doesn't even matter if you say that you're live, everyone knows.
Yeah.
So even if you're not, linking your Twitch saying, hey, by the way, I also stream, they'll see your name has the little purple icon and then tune in.
So Yulia, thank you very much, Yulia, for the question. A perfectly timed question. How do you search for Discords? What's your best way to search for Discords?
I use this app called Better Discord, and it allows you to see a lot of public communities. There's also a bunch of websites online where communities can post what their invite link is, and it's one of those links that never expires. So as long as they have their pretty much like a listing, kind of like Craigslist up on those websites, you can search up, keywords, or you can search up like what type of server it's for. Like, is it a social server? Is it a server that does a lot of art, or is specific to like a program if you're, a programmer or anything like that, and just kind of go from there.
We like to view Discord as a way to talk and get to know each other after the stream. So like it's like kind of the after party after the stream is over, in between the next kind of stream. Is that kind of a good way to describe it, or what do you think?
I think it's kind of a all around, like it's before the party, during the party, and the after party, especially if you and your friends stream. You can create a channel where all of you collaborate, and then, figure out times and then get started. And since all your friends are in this Discord already, as soon as you go live, they'll lurk, they'll get your numbers padded so that you have those minimum 3 viewers in there, kind of boost you up in the list. And then from there, people will start seeing your stream a lot more, especially with Twitch's recommended option when you go into the category as well.
Awesome. So now we want to shift and kind of continue the discussion and talk about moderation. So we have a lot of new mods that are in the chat, people who have been mods for a bunch of months. What advice do you have for mods to be the most effective? That's my first question.
It really depends on the streamer, but first and foremost, you need to know how you work and how you think would best, kind of manage others type of thing. So, are you kind of like a leader or are you kind of like the cleanup crew? Because there's a lot of mods that will that will be the front runners and they will start conversations with your viewers, trying to keep the chat rolling and things like that. Then you have moderators that just kind of lurk and then they wait for something to happen and then they come up and they clean up afterwards. So just figure out what kind of mod that you think that you would best be suited for and then go based off of that, because some streamers are looking for mods who are really active and talkative and will keep people chatting in their chat, and some of them they already have a chat that's always flowing, but they just have like those few bad seats that they need someone to help weed out.
So there's a good question that came up here, a bunch of good questions. Keep putting them up from All Day 50. I'm going to highlight it because we have found that we, for our mods, we like to use a lot of the commands. Like we have a lot of commands that we use. Do you also use commands? Like I use Streamlabs, the CloudBot. What's your thought on like collaborating with the streamer, using commands? What is your thought on that?
It can be really awesome. I know a lot of streamers use the channel points to give their viewers an option to go ahead and create a custom command. There's also third-party applications that like it's called Streamer Loots, and it's pretty much just like a collectible card game that you can do for a specific streamer, and you can just collect cards that they set up for their stream. And one of them is actually create a custom command or make me a VIP for a day, a mod for the day, or something similar to that. I also use the Streamlabs chatbot as well, and I do have some commands set up in place for my mods to go ahead and create commands on the fly as well.
Awesome. Let me see. Someone asked a question and maybe you can answer it. So Jin J, hello there, cousin. What's the best way that moderators can elicit viewer funding for the DJs? Like maybe encouraging them to contribute to the hype train, but not being too over the top, or, donating to the streamer. What are your thoughts on that?
So it really depends on how you word it, because there's a stigma with streamers where people think that a lot of us are beggars and we just kind of try and, get people to cough up their money, give us subscriptions, all this other stuff while not doing anything for it. So a good way, or a way that you could phrase it, could be like, hey, by the way, if you donate such and such amount, so-and-so will do this or will create this or something like that. Because a lot of artists, they'll do like donation pools. And after so many people have donated or subscribed or something like that, once you reach that goal, they will go ahead and do like a raffle or a drawing or something like that. And then someone could get a commission of some sort. Like you could do a short beat clip for somebody if they win the raffle, if I can speak today. And you can kind of encourage them to, hey, by doing this, we can give you a little something back for being a part of our community and helping out the stream and supporting the DJ.
Okay. What are maybe 4 or 5 just commands as a moderator we just need to know how to use?
The ban. How to ban people, how to mute people, and depending on the channel, like if you have points outside of the channel points, like for mini games or something like that, how to provide people additional points for doing something that the streamer asked them to do, or just being helpful in chat, or being a regular or something like that. Something that makes them feel wanted in the chat and a part of the community.
Okay. All right. So I love that. If I am able to pull up, what's the best way for me to pull up the mod screen so we can kind of walk through some people right now and just some quick, easy tips? What should I do for that? Or I don't know if you can share your screen.
I might be able to share my screen. Yes.
It's at the bottom, so you should be able to, yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and get this set up.
So while you're setting it up, I do want to recognize someone. So I got to give a shout out to DJ Daz. He just cashed in his VIP status. So while we're going through this, I'm going to bless you with your pink Diamond. So thank you very much for collecting your channel points. You're now a VIP. So shout out to you. Thank you. I'm gonna do that while Lunagore sets this up. Keep putting questions in the chat, everyone. We'll get to them as well. And hopefully they didn't move this one though. I don't think they moved this one.
All right, so sharing off my screen here.
Okay, so let me just make sure this is working. Okay, so I think it is. Hold on. So let me activate this, add to stream. So there you are.
All right, so this is a stream that I moderate. It's a D&D stream for a gaming community that I'm a part of. And right down here, you see this little sword. It says mod view. So you just have to click on that and it will take you to the moderator page for that channel. And it will give you pretty much the same thing that the broadcaster has, plus more. So you can see right here how someone got banned for saying that. Some other mod actions like people you've recently banned and things like that. And then there's also the auto mod queue, which gives you a link to go ahead and change the auto mod sensitivity or lack thereof. You can see everyone who's in chat, and you can do some other channel actions like making it sub only, follower, emote, turning off or on slow mode. And for channel points, you can also click on it here. So it's a bunch of things that you can do as a moderator once you're in someone's stream and they're online.
Okay. All right. And then, so someone did ask, Miss Denise, thank you for that. Mod, you cannot use this on mobile, correct? Or how can you use it on mobile?
So I don't believe it is mobile friendly. I haven't personally tried moderating while on mobile, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is an option, and I can actually check that right now on my phone.
As she's checking, keep putting questions in. I'll catch them as we're going and do that as well. So I'll catch your question as we do that.
Looks like All Day 50 said that it isn't possible.
Yeah, I don't think it's really, mobile is really just for viewing, and to moderate things is really challenging, I've found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that option here either. So yeah, not possible, unfortunately. At least not right now.
Not right now. Yeah. Okay. What else on the screen is like something that, mods and streamers, because, streamers, we are also like the backup mod also. Anything else on this view that we should really pay attention to or get to know how to use better?
So depending on whether or not they're an affiliate, I would definitely pay attention to the channel rewards, because they do not automatically complete. Like here, I use some of my points that I got as being a moderator in the channel. Didn't complete because I didn't go in and task it as complete. So if I were to reject it, and reject, and it will automatically refund me all of those channel points back that I had previously used.
Oh, that's a great tip. So like, say for example, like DJ Jazz just cashed in his points to get VIP status. Once I do that, which I just did that, so you can drop that in the chat, DJ Jazz, then the mod can go back and can check that off, saying that has been completed.
Right. So it's easier for the mod to see who has been requesting things, and then let the streamer know what they need to do next, depending on what their channel rewards are.
Interesting. Okay, so that's how we can not forget things as well too.
Right.
Okay, and then whenever, all right, good job, Justin. Well done. So, okay, I didn't know that. Anything else? This has been quite informative. What else on this screen? Because this is pretty cool.
So this shows who the other moderators are, but you can also see it over here under the users in chat. The activity feed also tells you what people have done. You can see their followers, you can see their channel points that people have done, and it also shows latest subscribers and how they subscribed. So it can say Prime, whether or not they purchased it themselves or if they were gifted it. And yeah, that's
That's
pretty
it.
much it.
So
Um,
keep going. I'm sorry.
oh no, you're fine. There's also this new little tool where people can request to be unbanned as well.
Yes. So how do you access that? I read about that. How do you access that?
So let's see here. It'll pop out here. So I'm not exactly sure how people request to do it because this is fairly new.
Hmm.
I'm sure that they have it on their wiki, but this is something that I would have to
Yeah.
look
Okay.
into myself.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries. No worries. While we're talking, so now there's no way for a mod to start a raid, is there?
That depends. So I believe, let's see here. I do not have that. So
Yeah. So
if
no,
you
we don't.
do this, it will show you everything that you have access to.
Okay. So Yeor or Jordan, you say mods can raid. If you can put in the chat, Jordan, how that's possible, and we'll talk about it when you come on as well. That'd be cool. Let me think. There was a couple other questions that came up here as well, and then we'll kind of close out. Okay, so mod to raid. Okay, so it says, is there any way to gift a mod a free sub, free to giver and receiver to your page as a thank you for their help? So like the streamer can just gift their mod a free sub. Is that possible? I would think so, right?
It's possible for partnered because they get a set amount of subscriptions that they can send to someone for life. So, for instance, if they wanted to give a subscription to like a bot that's always in their channel, they can send that or their moderators. And it really depends on their status or their level of partnered. For right now, affiliate doesn't have that option. There are some third party websites out there that allow you to do that, but they're those types of websites where you have to go through and do like sign up for this survey or download this app and get to this level for this game or something like that. And then based off of your time and how you complete them, then you get pretty much free money, which you can exchange to a subscription, and then you can send it to your mod. But it's easier to just go through and purchase the subscription yourself and gift it to that moderator, or just send them the funds directly.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's simple as well too. Okay, definitely. Keep putting the questions in the chat. We have a couple more minutes with Luna Gore. I put your link in the chat so people can follow you as well.
Appreciate it.
So a lot of times creators, there's a lot of focus on making partner, and sometimes some streamers are really, really okay with handling that and don't really let it affect them. Some other people let them kind of overwhelm them. What is your advice for streamers who are working towards partner to not let them? Well, first, what's your advice to streamers working towards partner?
So if you're working towards partner, don't even look at the numbers, because even if you meet all of the requirements, you still have to go through the application process, which can be denied. So don't even worry about the numbers. Just do you, enjoy your community, foster your community, get, all the love that you deserve and all of that. And Twitch will see that you are partner material. And either they will reach out to you or they'll accept your application, because once you submit it, it could take weeks or even a month for you to hear back from them. And it could be a rejection, and that sucks, but you always can go ahead and re-up that application later and just kind of keep doing it and get at it each time.
Any idea why it takes some applications longer than others to maybe get approved?
I'm not entirely sure what could be causing that issue. It's similar to how some affiliates could get, their application approved sooner than others. Like mine, I got mine at night, like 12 a.m. my time, and I filled it out within the first 5 minutes that I received it, and I was affiliate. I was able to submit my emotes and all that fun stuff. But a friend of mine who had a similar situation, his got stuck in limbo for over a month, and then it was finally rejected due to some issues on their end. And it was just a consistent thing where he just kept getting rejected, even though he filled it out just as promptly as I did and did everything right. So it's really just dependent on either if it's an automated system that they're using or if they actually have humans behind it and they're maybe overlooking something and not really going over the application.
Okay. Any, in terms of emotes, well, actually, we'll ask our next guest that because we want to know about like emotes and why it takes certain time periods for them to be approved. Any quick thoughts on that before I ask the final question?
So I know that they recently rolled out automatic approval for emotes if you're already an affiliate with emotes. So that's pretty cool because now people can just, change out their seasonal emotes whenever they want without having to wait for that approval process or putting them out a month ahead of time just so
Yeah.
that they don't have to worry about it getting denied or taking forever. But there are a bunch of sites out there that allow you to get some free emotes. So if you don't have the money to get any custom emotes or don't know an artist or you're waiting on an artist, you can go ahead and do that. Just make sure that it's nothing that could be TOS
Yes,
against
yes.
TOS.
We don't want that. All right. So for the last question, any last minute advice in terms of new viewers to Twitch to not get overwhelmed, and then streamers and mods who are a little more experienced to just kind of stick with the platform and just let it grow because it takes a while to really kind of get going on Twitch. We're very new. The majority of our audience has been on Twitch only since like March. You've been on it for 4 or 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years. How many years?
I've been here since 2013.
Okay, so 7 years. Like, we're so new. What advice would you have for us just to kind of stick with it and to kind of continue to grow with the platform?
So it is definitely a grind. As I mentioned, I joined back in 2013, so things were still rather new, especially since they rebranded their name and everything. So it was fairly easy to get a bunch of viewers and get a bunch of followers. I would say maybe 350 of my followers was from my initial resurgence from or onto Twitch from a different platform. And then I only maybe garnered extra 150 followers thereafter after coming back within the year or so. And really, you just have to keep at it. Use social media, use YouTube, post, talk with people, get to know people, just like with a real job. Or DJing is a real job, but most people don't think streaming on Twitch is a real job. But just like any other job, you got to network. If you don't know how to network, you're just going to flounder. And if you don't know how to put yourself out there to appear to be something different, something new, something better than what's already on the market, then people just aren't going to tune in. So you got to really put yourself out there and make people know your name.
Well said. You're going to bring up one point I want to follow up on. A lot of us have larger audiences like on Facebook or Instagram, and we're trying to move them over to Twitch. Any advice on how we could do that? Because that is a massive challenge for us because people come to Twitch one time, they're like, whoa, this is not Facebook or Instagram. They're like, I'm out. Any advice there?
It's going to take some weaning. So kind of use that platform to kind of, push them over to Twitch. So you can just post your link every couple minutes or however long that you're streaming for on those platforms, or whenever you make a post, say, hey, by the way, on these days at these times, I also stream on Twitch. It's the same thing. Tune in sometime, check it out, maybe create an account and give me a follow there. And then just kind of continue on with that and then move more towards like, hey, I'm going live on Twitch now, and post it on your Facebook or your Instagram, and then tell them to come on over and join you, letting them know that you're going to be more active on Twitch from there on.
Awesome. Good. So first, thank you very much first for the help you gave me when I was first getting started like 5, 6, 7 months ago. Thank you for also giving your wisdom for us. We're really appreciative. So in the chat, throw up some hearts and some hands and clap and everything. Make sure you follow Luna Gore. She streams her video game playing. It's really fun to watch, and we hope to have you back again soon. I'll keep talking to you on the Discord, but just thank you for your wisdom and advice. It's been very beneficial.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me on here.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do this. All right, so that was Super dope, super amazing. So we got about 9 minutes left until Jordan comes with us. He's going to come and talk to us. So I think what I'm going to do now is now we got through the mods. You actually saw the mod screen, which was cool and everything. And you got to show some really cool kind of features in there. I'm going to also, for the next 9 minutes, I'm going to show you my Streamlabs, how to do the commands, because I know Tanya in California, hopefully you're still here. You asked about the commands. And so I wanted to show you that. And then we'll get to Jordan and then, we'll keep cruising along. So let me go there. Also, DJ Daz, I see you've been chatting with that beautiful diamond. So congrats. Let's see here. We're going to go to Streamlabs. What I use for the commands is called Streamlabs, but I use the CloudBot. So I'm going to show you this. And let's see here as well. What's up, DJ Greenlight, Ebony ATL? I have to say hello to anyone I missed. I was so focused on the interview, but it's well worth it. So here, all right, Tanya, perfect. So let me look at your question really quickly because you asked a specific one here. So I'm gonna go to that thing. Okay, so Tanya asked in the Discord, she said, did you review where to set up bot commands like when someone follows or the exclamation point command in one of your prior TwitchU classes? Okay, I'm gonna show you that right now. All right, here we go. Let's see here. All right, so yes. Hello, Gary Gillespie. Welcome. Feed Nyla a treat. Ames, first of all, you all have to wish Ames happy birthday. Ames is in Miami. I believe today is your birthday, correct? I will make sure to do that at the end of the stream. I'll call Nyla here. I got to go get a treat for her, and I'll feed her on camera. That's a new channel point I just put in here. You used it. Brilliant. Okay, so you see the screen right here. This is Streamlabs. So this is my CloudBot up top here. So there's two things I really use in here. Well, three things. So I use the commands right here. So you click on commands. This is free. You can use this for free. Sign up, streamlabs.com. You can connect it to your Twitch account. Go right in here. What's up, True School? How are we doing? So yes, I see the real DJ Dark Knight here also. Hello, sir. So like here's the command right here. So I'm just going to show you what that command is here. This is the one we use the most. So it's like exclamation point SO, shout out, check out target name over at target URL. So we kind of put that there. It automatically works. This is one I can share with you the language for this one. This is one. I'm going to show you also how to create a new one as well. So that's kind of the simple shout out one there. You can put in a chat. You can have moderators, streamers. You can have regulars. You can have subscribers, access this command as well. So I'm going to show this one. Then I created a new one. We're going to go down to my list here. And you see all the age commands that I create here as well. So like I did this one. So we're gonna look at this one. I created the dance one here. So dance, it says, make room. Somebody is out in the middle of dance floor, getting that groove on and staying on beat as well. And so you can see that's a command there. So you can see these are two different commands. Now, this one, everyone can use this command. So like someone could pop that in the chat right now. Everyone could use that command as well. So I'm gonna close that. Now we're gonna create a new one. And so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do add command right here. And see this there? Yes, Gary Gillespie just used it. Well done. So we're gonna put, we'll say Twitch. We'll do exclamation point, Twitch U, and we'll say, actually we'll say like I'm having so much fun at Twitch U, and we can do that. And then you can say, you can give everyone permission to use it and all that. So that's just what it'll say. But what this is one command we can do, but what I'm going to show you is we're going to cut and paste from a previous command so you can see how to add people's names in the command. So you can see like, oh, like Tanya from California is having so much fun at Twitch University. So I'm going to close this really quickly and we're going to come back to it. We're going to come back to it. And we're going to go back to dance. And so I'm just going to cut and paste since we had already did the work. So I'm going to cut and paste just this little part that says username here, just this little part here. So we're going to copy this. I'm going to close this down. We're going to go back to create a new one here, add command. We're going to do Twitch U like this. And then we're going to put username is having so much fun at Twitch U. I love learning. That's good. If you wanted to add like a emote, you can do that. Like, I can add this, like, a little huggy sign here. We'll just add that. And let's just, we'll add a unicorn as well too. And so then after you add those in there, let's see here. So once you add those in, oh, Spinarita is here. What's up, Spinarita? What's going on? So then you can put like there. You can have like everyone. You can prevent certain people from using it. So then we're gonna do confirm. So then Tanya, if you could then put exclamation points Twitch U in the chat just so you can see if it works. And I'll show you that again. There you go, all day. Perfect. And it worked. And you can see it pops in there. DC Polo Girl, hello, how are you? And you can see how that works. So that's good. Vader Mix is in the house. Yes, Eclipse Live. Perfect. So you see, that's how you just create a chimp. So I'm going to show you that again. Twitch emotes. Ooh, that's a good question. I'll have to follow up with you on that one as well, to add Twitch emotes to those commands. Let me put that on the parking lot, the corporate speak, the parking lot. So hold on. Let's see here. So we'll say Twitch emotes to commands. I'm sure there's a way, but I will find that out as well. So yeah, so there you go. Oh, okay. Yes, Jordan. Awesome. I can't wait. Awesome. All right, good. We got 2 minutes. We'll get Jordan up there. So Numi, you asked, if you go back here, you see I just go to commands. So you click commands here, and then I can go ahead and here. Now, if I want to go to timers, you can go to timers, and you'll see how ever so often in the chat, there are certain things that pop up. Like, I have timers here, like follow me on all the socials, my remixes. So like this one here, it's ironic. Amazon Wish, which is the streaming list of equipment. If you wanted to stream, I didn't have that active. So I'm going to change this to active. So it'll start to pop up in 10 minutes. The video on lighting that I share, I didn't have that active. So I'm going to pop that in here. So it starts. The interview with Jimmy from Twitch about being successful on Twitch, I didn't have that active. So you can turn that off. And then the video on Discord. So these are things you can do. So this means that it's a little bit inaccurate. Maybe Jordan can help us, but it's supposed to go off every 13 minutes, but they seem to come sooner as well. And then the article about bots as well. So this is timer. This just puts it on timer, so you don't have to do the command as well. So that's good. Okay, so we're using that. All right, so we're gonna go to Jordan. Let me answer a couple questions in chat, and then we're gonna pull Jordan in here. Excited. This one just popped up here. So far, I've only used OBS and StreamYard. I like OBS; it works well for me, and that's what I have experience with. But I don't know about the other one, so I can't really see. What's up, Texas Dream Girl in the building? Hello, our fellow FAMU Rattler in the house. So that's my answer to that question. Let me see what else. So that's good. Thank you for asking. Good to see everyone here. Awesome. Okay, good. So right now I'm going to bring Jordan on here. So let's see here. Let me stop sharing my screen. Awesome here. Cool. So yes. All right. So let me bring you on really quickly. So Jordan, what's going on?
How's it going, Amani? Nice to meet you. And thank you for having me.
Awesome. So we're happy to have you. I'm glad that Fresh Moss, who's in the chat there, introduced us. So really quickly, tell us how you got connected with Twitch. Explain to us what you do on Twitch, and then pronounce your screen name for us as well, just so I can pronounce it correctly.
Perfect. No, again, thank you again for having me. And also, thank you again for doing this because like you mentioned, for our friends that we try to get on here from different places, it's a very, I think, overwhelming view when you get here for the first time. And I feel like for us, we're so used to it now and so acclimated to it. It just looks very simple because we look at it all day. So it's nice to remember to put ourselves back in the shoes of when we first got here and to just see how to tackle the chaos. So again, like you mentioned, thank you to Fresh Moss, who's a really dope graphic designer who put us in contact. So shout out to him, and thank you for the opportunity again. So my name is Jordan Yi, and my screen name is pronounced Yi Jor. And I've had a lot of permutations of that. And the reason why I have that name is because one of my early office jobs, they just kind of do like those automated jumble something together with your names. And I for some reason, I love the symmetry of 3 letters of my first name, and then my last name is just 3 letters. So the way the work automated system put my name together, it just stuck to me. So I've ended up using it on all of my socials ever since. So I'm a graphic designer. I've been a graphic designer for about 10, 11 years now. And I'm assuming like yourself, because you're a DJ, a lot of my friends are DJs, and I came on here originally around March when the pandemic started in California to watch my friends DJ. I actually didn't intend to become a streamer until maybe a couple months later, but I came here just to watch my friends, and it's been nothing short of a fun ride ever since. And sorry, back to what I do as well. So yeah, I stream graphic design. I'm actually going to be doing a graphic design stream after this today.
Nice. What time? Tell us what time so we can watch.
8:30 PST, 8:30-ish PST. So that'd be 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern, and then I think 4:30 a.m. BST. You really learn on here not to assume people's time zones, and you learn how to accommodate for them too. So that's another cool thing about it also. And also on top of graphic design, I really like food. I really like eating. So I stream myself having meals sometimes with guests. And I always try to put on a smaller local business to showcase and to kind of bring recognition to them as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's go back, because you said you had some answers to some questions that popped up in the chat. So talk to us about those first, and then we'll get to more about the graphic design.
Cool. So I think was it the first question was about how to get the commands to show your emotes?
Yes.
So I think thank you again for doing this, because it's fun to learn together. And I think a lot of us too ended up teaching ourselves a lot of things on here too of how to do them.
Yes.
So actually I first learned about it from seeing one of my other friends doing it. And the way to do it, actually, unfortunately, it costs you money. You actually need to buy Streamlabs a subscription to your own channel.
Okay. So that's $5. $5.
Yeah, it's $5, but you're paying yourself essentially. You're paying your pocket. So I just set mine up for like a 3 months subscription, so I don't have to worry about it. And because if you think about it, it makes sense. Streamlabs is a user, and for a user to use your emotes, it needs to be subscribed to your channel. So the way you can tell if someone has that set up in their channel usually is if you look at when Streamlabs sends messages, you look if it has a loyalty badge from your channel or not next to it. So if you visit mine, you'll see that it has a badge next to it, and I have my command set up with some of my emotes in it as well.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna work on that.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
So my first question is, in terms of overlays, what makes up a good overlay in your opinion, and what is the importance of having a nice overlay?
That's a great, and I think really possibly long answered question in a good way.
Take your time.
Because even though it is really cool and interesting now to consider myself a streamer, I feel like at the end of the day, I still want to be considered as a designer. And when I say as a designer, I mean somebody who just kind of has opinions and knowledge about visual cues and communication and how that can be just best be used to solve problems and connect with other people as well. So I would say there's no one right answer for what makes a good overlay. I think you have to look at what you intend to do or say with your channel, and what best serves your community or what best serves the message you're trying to convey with your channel. So for example, my channel is a graphic design channel. So I just simply have a desktop share, and then I've just arranged some cool little typography and some elements around that to kind of showcase my stage, which is my desktop. Versus a DJ, the camera's on you because people are watching you on the decks. They're watching you, cut, blend, dance, feed your dog treats, all that kinds of stuff. So, you want something a little more minimal possibly, but again, I could be wrong. That's different for the channel. Maybe you want more things shown up on your channel, like your chat, for example, or your alerts. So I know you've been doing this show for a while now, so I apologize if we get repetitive of a lot of common things being brought up. When I design overlays for clients on my stream, before we start, we have a conversation like, what are you looking for? What do you want to have show up on your channel? So and the answer is not the same for everybody. So sometimes your webcam is the full read, and then we put little things around that. Sometimes your webcam is just a small section of that, and we build more components around that. Like maybe there's certain images that represent you that you can't bring on your camera right away, so you put those in the scene as well. So to answer your question in a fair way, I would say a good overlay is just one that makes sense for your channel, and you can go about that any so way, but that would be probably my main answer.
And then continuing, how do you work with your clients in terms of DJs to create the really cool and unique emotes? Because emotes, in our opinion, are one of our favorite things about Twitch. So
I love emotes. Emotes are currency on here, you know. Someone can flash like a rare or exclusive emote and people will lose their minds over it.
Yes.
Yeah, so again, coming on to here probably like March-ish, April, May-ish, starting to figure out what type of materials that you do design on here. Emotes were a fun challenge for me. So for my day job, I work as a UX designer and I design icons for apps and things like that. So cool. This is a little different. Icons are a little more uniform. They're a little more rigid sometimes. But emotes, you can kind of run the gamut. You can express yourself in any way you want that doesn't violate TOS. And it's been a really fun ride so far. I think I at least have a few dozen under my belt so far for not only my channel, but for a few other channels as well. I mean, anybody in chat that happens to have any that I've created, feel free to throw those in. In emote, the default size for an emote is 112 by 112 pixels.
Yes.
And my advice for best practices for that is, one, make sure you're looking at it at the real size that you're designing it in. You know, when you're going to be making it, you got to make it larger so your eyes can see what you're putting there. But make sure you are making it smaller whenever possible so you can see what it will look like actually in use. And I actually have a really good link I can share with the chat that was shared with me by one of our other great community members, another great streamer that I met on Twitch. Shout out to Aggie Panda. They will actually be doing a really cool tarot card reading stream tomorrow. But they actually showed me, let me find this link. I'll paste in the chat and we can keep it for later.
Yeah, for sure.
It's actually a chat testing link. So you can actually put emotes in there and it'll simulate what a chat window looks like.
Yes.
And you can see almost like what it'll look like before you upload it or before you try to submit it. So you can check like things for visibility. Is it able to be seen at small sizes? How does it look when it's repeated? Because, you know, as a lot of us do, we love to spam emotes in our chat rooms, especially like during a raid. We love to throw those everywhere. And another most important thing that unfortunately I see a lot of emotes don't do, I saw Fresh Moss just brought up in the chat, is to make sure it looks good on light mode and dark mode.
Yes. There
are plenty of times where we view Twitch on both. You know, sometimes like on mobile, we talk a lot about the app today, whether we like it or not. You know, it displays them often in light mode. And then I know for myself, when I use Twitch, it changes for me whether I view it on light or dark mode. So you've always got to make sure that it's visible for both. So like if I see an emote that's primarily black or primarily white, I feel for it because I know they went through the approval process. And now that it's there, half the people seeing it aren't going to be able to see it.
Yeah. That's a great tip there. That's really good, that website. Thank you. That's a really good one there.
So again, thank you to Aggie Panda. Really, really cool streamer. They do some really dope work as well. And I wouldn't have had that link if it wasn't for them. So before I had that link, I actually had made my own Photoshop file that looked like a chat window. Okay. And I was doing it myself manually. And now to be able to just do it by dropping those in there, it's a big game changer. So you'll be seeing me use that tonight on my stream with the guests that I have.
This is a good question from DJ Vansdell. Hello, sir. Great to have you here with us. Thank you. He asks, what are some good emote resources and tools to create your own emotes?
That's a great one too. So I think visually too, there's so many ways you can go about it. When I talk to clients, I often ask, do you kind of want to go with something more, and again, there's some exceptions to this, but I always ask, do you want to go with something more illustrative? Do you want to go with something more photographic or something typographic? So usually when it's typographic, you can either just type out fonts and kind of stylize them and make them unique. I would always recommend, you know, messing with the shadows, messing with the shapes, the colors, making sure it's still visible. But the more you can customize it, the more unique it is to your channel, and it doesn't look like the other emotes that are out there. That's if you go typographic. But sometimes you can even make your own from scratch. Like I'll drop one of mine in here. I just was so grateful for all the support we've been getting. So I made one that says TYSM, which means thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I made this one on my stream. And this one, I actually drew the letters out from scratch and added all the shading myself.
Oh, nice.
If you look at, like, I think Spinurita, one of my favorite ones I made for Spinurita in the chat, it's just a Supfu. That one, we typed out a font, but, you know, we moved around some of the letters to kind of stylize and make it unique to her and to her channel and to her flavor of her brand.
Yes.
So you can kind of go two ways when it comes to typographic emotes. When it goes towards photographic or illustrative, it also, again, it depends on the flavor of your channel. I tend to build more photographic looking emotes for my clients just because I feel like it's closer to our usage and tendencies. Like a lot of us are iPhone and Android users using emojis, not emotes. And a lot of those are a little more on the Apple side, actually, they look a little more photographic. And then on the Android side, sometimes they look a little more illustrative. I tend to make both, but I find myself making photographic ones more just because I primarily create mine in Photoshop. Mm-hmm. And I can quickly cut and paste things and move things around. And again, there's no right or wrong answer for them. They just have to match with, I think, what you're going for the channel. So that actually leads me to another good point is I like to see cohesiveness in people's emote selections too. So sometimes I think there's a little bit of a branding disconnect sometimes if your emotes are too different. So when I'm making, like, let's say all 5 for a client, I'll try to say, like, okay, well, let's try to borrow colors from each of them and make them look a little together. Let's make sure that if you were to look at all 5 together, when you're looking at all your emote trays, when you're thing, do yours look like they make sense? And is someone going to want to use it?
Yes.
That's another advice I'll give. So I think, like, there's nothing wrong with doing, you know, your face or your pet. I think there's definitely a useful time and place for that. But when I create them and when I advise creating them for clients, I think, like, what has the most entertainment and engagement that's going to retain through numerous chat windows? Because that's, I think, the fun part is when you use other people's emotes in other places as well.
So shout out to DJ Ivy LA. She makes my emotes, and she made me a Mariah Carey one, Rick James, a Tina Marie, and then she also made me Kehlani one and a Babyface one. And so those are cool. And so the best feeling is if I'm in a chat just lurking, and as someone like a DJ plays Rick James, and you just see that emote just come up on the screen. It's just, and I'm not even there. They don't even know I'm there. It's just a really cool feeling.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so in the chat, as we continue to talk, please put some questions you have for Jordan in here, and so we'll ask. And I'll ask that. My next question is about overlays. How important? So, say for example, how do you design your overlays to work with green screens? What's the process for that? How does that work?
Okay. So I don't usually make them for a client unless I specify that's how they plan to use it. Because again, almost all overlays are going to start with a PNG image. And I don't know if you've gone over image types on this university before. Essentially, there are mainly 2 types of images that are flattened that you can use on your overlays. And that's either JPEG or it's PNG. Mm-hmm. And PNG just means it's an image that has transparency. That's actually usually what you would upload for an emote file as well. JPEGs cannot contain transparency by the nature of how they're constructed. So you're going to want to make them in a PNG format. And then again, back to your question about a green screen, it depends what you want to use the green screen for. Do you want it to have a video? Do you want it to kind of have something that goes in with the overlay? So actually, construction-wise, I wouldn't define any difference. You're still just going to need to make a transparent PNG image that can house a backdrop of some sort, whether it's filled with a green screen or whether it's your real life living room behind you or not. I think it really depends on what you want to create for that. I don't know if that answers it at all, but most of the overlays that I create, I don't make the distinction specifically for green screen. It's just I need to make something that's got a good window in it that'll showcase what that streamer needs to show. Let's see. Did we lose Amani? Are you still there? Oh, his video froze. Okay, might have to wait for some troubleshooting. And you know that's part of Twitch too. We love seeing the process. We love seeing things just getting figured out. I actually have an emote perfect for this. For those that are subscribed to me, I've got my loading emote. So if you've got those, anybody that follows, anybody that subscribed, feel free to throw the loading emotes.
Yep. So I'm back there. I'm here.
Back.
Yeah. So you were just talking, but you can see what was going on and everything.
Yeah. I was saying in the chat, I have a perfect emote for this. I have a loading emote that looks like a loading image. And when I first made it, it fooled a lot of people.
Right.
We use it for that certain situation. Yeah. Yulia also mentioned she had a question for me up there as well. I got to look for it again also.
Okay. So hold on. Let's see here.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Do you want me to read out the question, or would you like to read it out? I found the question.
You can read it out because I might have missed that as my little system went a little kaput.
Good, I found it. So Yulia asks, also shout out, that's the homie from London.
Nice.
Thank you for tuning in so late. Question: how are you finding streaming as a designer? Is there community on Twitch for that? And that's a great question that I'm still answering myself. But my best answer I can give you so far is that I enjoyed a lot because, again, most of my friends are DJs. I've been working in kind of an event production for a while now, and I'm totally cool with this. But we're usually the people in the background. We're the ones that are behind the scenes making our friends look good. So it's been a really, really fun ride to kind of also put yourself in front of the camera too. And the reason why I actually found out that there was an audience for this is actually I don't know if you've been a part of any raid fests yet on Twitch where
soon. Flossie and I did too. We've done two. So yes. Okay,
yeah. So it works. And, you play a set, then you coordinate who you're going to raid, and that's kind of planned. So I was actually with my good friends, DJ Maxwell, DJ Drewski, and Hella Sush. We were planning a raid fest. They asked me to design it, and then we were kind of joking in the chat. They were like, well, how meta would it be if you streamed yourself designing the flyer for this streaming fest? And so it kind of started as a joke. And then a few minutes later, I downloaded OBS. I mean, I use Streamlabs now, but I downloaded OBS and I just started throwing it together. And it was kind of on a whim. So to kind of put yourself in the spotlight has been a really fun ride, especially because I realize people like watching this.
Yeah.
And that's been the fun part. And then the second part of that answer of a community, Yulia, I'm actually still trying to find and build it. Again, shout out to Fresh Moss because he's another very dope designer who I love watching make overlays as well. I know there's a few other designers out there making overlays, but I don't think it's as robust yet as Gaming Twitch or DJ Twitch. So I'd love to be some of the members that kind of help put that community together. Because I stream in the art category. I've had friends tell me to jump around, maybe try it in just chatting, try to do whatever. Because most of art, the art channel is mainly people doing illustration.
Okay.
It's mainly doing characters and that type of art. So, but design is art. I mean, design serves a purpose and it should be showcased as well too. So to answer Yulia's question, I don't think it's fully there yet. And I would love to see it get there.
My next question would be, what do you say to people who are like, I'm not really sure I need an overlay. I just have my background and I'm kind of good to go. What's your message to people who maybe have that thought or that perspective?
I still want to empower them. If they don't think they need it, then I think if it makes their viewers happy and the stream is okay, then they don't need it. As a designer, I'm practicing, design is great, but sometimes knowing when not to design is also good too. So again, if the stream doesn't really require it, then why push the agenda on it? So again, it goes toward even when I'm creating one for a client. Sometimes, you see all kinds of ones. Sometimes they have their name on it. Sometimes there's no name on it. Sometimes they have their socials on there. Sometimes they don't. So for somebody that doesn't need an overlay, just ask yourself the question of what you're trying to accomplish with your stream. I'm more than happy to make them, but if your stream doesn't call for it, then why not push it if it's not necessary?
Okay. Another question would be, you've worked with a lot of different DJs. What are some of the most common characteristics to the successful DJs that you work with in terms of how they approach their stream, their sets, and how they approach Twitch in terms of DJing and their whole package? Okay.
I would say, I'm a very visual person being a designer, and I think Twitch kind of forces all to become visual people, even if we weren't prior. And, obviously the stream's got to look inviting and engaging for you to want to stay. Not only do you stay for the chat and for the music and for whatever other reason you might stay there for, but I mean, it's got to look like an enticing setting to be welcoming as well. So I would say on top of whatever I may or may not be able to design for you in an overlay setting, to just care about your real life setting as well too. So make sure, be proud of the space that you're streaming from. So if you're able to, I understand that not everybody can. So that could be where a green screen comes into play. That could be where, people have plants by their mixers and turntables or all kinds of cool stuff. So, I mean, I'm sorry, what was the original question again? I was getting lost.
Just like kind of best practices you've seen from some of your, like the more successful DJs who are streaming, as it regards to both their DJing and how they approach their stream, and then the visual aspect as well.
Yeah, I think best practices would be, I know we talk often a lot about scheduling and consistency. I think I see a lot of successful DJs have that consistent schedule. And if you change it, just make sure you're very, very vocal and transparent about when you're changing it. Because I think your viewers will understand if you have to scale back or scale up. You just got to let them know. I appreciate that as a viewer too, since I watch quite a bit of DJ streams. That's where most of my day is spent, probably, is watching DJ streams. So I would say just making sure you're vocal to your audience, be welcoming, engage the chat in the right way. Don't spend your whole time reading chat and keeping up with them, but acknowledging them whenever possible, make people feel welcome. And then visually, just make sure you're creating a welcoming and opening space. And however you need to achieve that visually is up for you to decide. I can't tell those answers for you unless maybe we have a conversation. But just make your space also aesthetically inviting as well too. Yeah,
definitely. So DJ Daz has a question for you. He says, are motion overlays still PNG or a video file?
Oh, that's another good question. I know Fresh Moss builds a lot more of these than I do, but I have built some that do take on video. Because of the green screen capability, most programs like Streamlabs do have chroma key features where you kind of can overlay videos over things. Actually, the most recent client I had, who's actually currently streaming because it's their birthday today, I created a simple overlay for them, and they're chroma keying a video over the entire overlay. And again, whatever you want to achieve with your channel, but you can easily mix PNGs with videos. PNGs will never move. But the other type of moving image that I use on my streams and that I suggest for some of my other clients as well are GIFs. Luckily, all of the broadcasting software all host GIFs really well. You just have to add the media source and find one with a transparent background also. So GIFs can also have transparent backgrounds just like PNGs do, but they also don't have to. So, often if you want to find one, just go to Google image search. And then just look for under the image type, just check animation under the checkbox. And then under the image type, also just check transparent. And then I'll find whatever you want to put over it too. So GIFs will normally loop unless they're programmed not to loop. And however you want to build your concoction with video or with GIFs or with PNGs, that's up for you to decide or how you want to build it. But to the question, yeah, I think you totally can make all three work. Or you can use just 1, 2, 3, or none of them if you want. That's the beautiful thing about here. You can literally make whatever you want, and that's the cool part.
I also wanted to ask you one of the same questions I asked Lunagore, because you're a viewer as well as a streamer and a designer. What advice do you get? And DJ Lenny Pensiel, I see that question. We're gonna have to get offline and look at that separately because there's probably some things we have to work on together. So I see you there. As a viewer, what advice do you give to new viewers so they don't become overwhelmed with this whole Twitch universe?
I love this question because, again, I love that you're doing things like this to kind of help the onboarding a little easier. A lot of us didn't have that when they got here. I feel like a lot of us didn't have it. We were just curious and we stayed. But no, that's a really good question. I do love if you're viewing Twitch on a browser like I do, you can expand and minimize the following tab and the chat tab. So you can do things like that to reduce the clutter. I would say also, that's a good one because I feel like everybody has tendencies of where they like to look or not look.
Yeah. And then while you're thinking, what browser do you use? Because Lunagore just turned us on to Brave, which I'm going to check out right away.
I've never heard of that browser until today. So I'm plenty of cool new things on here as well. I would also say just if the stream that you're watching is too busy, maybe just leave and find a more chill one and come back. That could be one answer to go about it with. But also, I think just putting in the time, the more you look at it, the more familiar you're going to subconsciously become with it. So, I mean, if it seems kind of stressful at first, just try to drown out the noise of all the text and really focus on maybe your other sense, like maybe just try to listen more. because at the end of the day, you're most likely hearing a good DJ set, or if you're coming in for DJ Twitch, you're hearing a great DJ set. So that could be a good way to kind of reduce the clutter. Oh yeah, and back to the browser. I'm a Chrome user, but actually another cool tool that I use, thanks to my friend Maxwell. This is kind of the opposite answer to what I'm trying to answer right now, because I love to support all of my friends, even if they're on simultaneously. Is DJ Maxwell a couple months ago put me onto this tool called Multi-Twitch.
Okay.
And it lets you watch numerous streams at once. It's pretty amazing.
Really? Multi-Twitch. Okay, tell us about it real quick.
I'm glad I get to share Multi-Twitch. So again, shout out to DJ Maxwell. He put me onto it. I'll type it into the chat. It's one of my secrets, because a lot of my friends will ask, how do you watch so many streams at the same time?
Right.
So this is about the polar opposite of the question we're trying to answer. Because in real life, before this, I'm an extrovert. I like to go to numerous of my friends' gigs in one night. I'd go to a bar, have a drink, say what's up to my friend out spinning. Then I would leave and drive to another venue and do the same thing. I would sometimes go to 3 or 4 parties in one night, just because I want to support my DJ friends, not because I have this insane addiction to partying. So now it's like I get to do the same thing, but instead of paying gas money, I just have to open another tab. So let me type it out. And the cool thing about how it works is that all you have to do is add every URL to the channel that you want to add to it as another /. So I can give an example between our 2 channels after this. There are some pros and cons to it, though. I can go into those too if you want to learn more about that.
Yeah, just real quick. Go ahead. Yeah.
Multitwitch.tv, and then let me type it out so it would include the 2 of our channels.
And maybe when you when it pulls up on your screen, you can you want to share your screen so you can show us how it looks or whatever. Would that be cool?
Right. I can build one pretty quick. So the way it happens is, like, I'll go on a regular Twitch browser. I'll see who's on it I want to watch at that time, and then I'll load them all up at the same time. So Multi-Twitch says that there's no limit to how many you can watch. It just says it depends on what it thinks your computer can handle.
Okay.
So here, I'll open up the one that I just typed, and then I'll simple one, and I'll share my screen. And
then do all the people you have that you are viewing, do they get credit for your view?
See, that I don't know, because I'm not necessarily viewing to give them the view credit. I'm viewing so I can support them and say hi in their chat.
Okay.
So that would be a good one that I can't answer yet. Yeah. And we can find out together maybe.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and do this share. This is my first time sharing on StreamYard. So
it's at the bottom next to Cam Mic and invite in the middle, and it'll pop up as a second window, and I'll activate it on my side.
Cool.
The beauty of StreamYard.
I think I have it up. Let me know if you're able to see it.
Let's see here. Not yet. We'll see.
Try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it this time. Let me know if this works now.
Okay, we're looking. Not yet. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me switch.
Actually, it's telling me that it might not have permission to do it. Let me try it this way. Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Follow these steps. Hold on. Oh. Maybe it's because I'm into the StreamYard call also on Chrome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
We can talk about something else too while I try to figure out how to get this to work.
Just another question would be, so you've given advice for viewers. You also, work with a lot of DJs. What advice would you give DJs who are just starting off on their Twitch journey, and how to not, stick with it? Because it's a grind. As Luna Gore said, it's a grind. What advice would you have for them?
That's a really good one. I feel like, and again, too, different communities interact in different ways. So the way that it might work for gaming Twitch might be different than DJ Twitch. But my best advice would be is to not stream right away. Like a lot of us, I feel like we got on here because we heard our friends were DJing. Support them in their streams first. Make yourself, be yourself in the chat, and just kind of get to know people. And then by the time, because it's almost like saying that you stream is almost like a forced obligation. I feel like from the start, like just get to know someone on a personal level and be nice with them. And then once you tell them that you're streaming, they're going to be more than excited to come hang out.
Yeah.
So I would say, one, don't stream right away. Make yourself just familiar with everybody. And then when you do stream, always raid smart. Always raid somewhere where it makes the most sense for you.
Okay. Yes. So I want to get back to that point. Let's try to get this multi thing just so we can show people, because it's pretty cool.
I'm going through my system preferences right now just to try to get to it. So I kind of got distracted answering the question, but let's see.
let me see if I can pull up one. I'm gonna try to do it myself on my end.
Yeah, if you click the link that I sent, it'll open up, and then I can even tell you how to use it. I can talk you through how to do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the link in here. Let's see here. Oh, it said it couldn't be reached here. So hold on, I'm gonna do this real quickly. Hold on. Multi-Twitch TV. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm still digging through my security settings to let it do it. So we'll see who gets there first.
Okay.
One of us will get there. One of us will get there pretty soon. Security privacy.
So multi-Twitch. Let's see here. Release that little L there. Multi-Twitch TV.
I think I've almost got mine.
So it looks like, hold on for a minute. Mine's kind of loading. We'll see what it says here.
Mine can do it, but it'll require me to leave the call and come back because I have to quit Chrome in order to let me do it.
Okay. So let's see
I
here.
think it might be better on your end if you did it.
Yeah. So hold on. So, okay. I'm actually going to share this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is crazy.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
Once I started to use it, it like changed the way I view Twitch.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh my gosh. So there's my screen.
Yes.
And you can see.
So there are some pros and cons which I can go into after this. But
Right.
isn't that crazy? It's one of my favorite tools.
Yeah. It's wild. Wow. So that's crazy.
And I know earlier in the stream you mentioned the reducing the video quality thing in order to kind of help your machine out.
Yes.
I do that frequently here because I have to.
Okay.
But you still do it the same way as you would be in a normal Twitch viewer. So I'm always in that little gear, downgrading it to like 360, 160, 480. The drawback though is sometimes people's cameras don't give you that option. So I have to give precedence to some of those that have to stay at the 1080s and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So this is just a good example. So I'm gonna stop doing this because you made us some good points I want to get back to. But wow, look at all these streams. This just my.
So quick overview wise, the one con that it does is that it doesn't follow raids. So if a raid does happen, all that happens is that the chat window goes dark and you have to manually. Your channel, I think, will still be transported to the next place.
Okay.
But you have to still venture there manually yourself too.
Okay.
So what I like to do is if I know where we're going, I'll just try to open it up again on a new one. So I'm already there by the time it comes.
Got it.
So that's one drawback is it doesn't follow raids. The only other drawback that I think it has is that it doesn't like intuitively host like the sub screens as much as easily. Like you can still sub, but it'll open up a new tab.
Right.
So it doesn't screen anymore. And then the third con that isn't really too much of a drawback for me is when you tip bits, it doesn't easily open up the bit window. So luckily, I just have some of the shortcuts memorized for the bits that I like to use.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll type in like show love, whatever, and do it. But the window that you get on a normal Twitch browser, you know, where it shows you all of the bit names and the increments and all that, you have to do that manually on multi-Twitch.
Okay, good question here, DJ Gary Gillespie. How do you tab between the volumes? How do you control the volumes of each stream?
Oh, each one's got its little volume bar in the little corner. So if I'm watching multiple ones, and if it's DJs, I'll try to have them on the ones that I want to listen to at the moment, and then I'll just lower it and toggle all around. Even though the audio will be delayed, sometimes I'll open up the audio separately on my phone just so I can hear two at once, and they're not clashing too much.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that I'll do.
Cool. Another question, and I want you to expound on this because it'd be interesting to get your perspective because you're coming from a different perspective than a DJ. Why do you say raid smarter, not harder? What's your philosophy behind that?
I feel like the raid is crucial because it's a bit of networking. You know, you can go somewhere, maybe in a channel of similar stature as yours, so you can grow together. Because, you know, I think if you're a smaller channel, people often say like it's not good to raid a big channel because, you know, you might not get noticed and they might not reciprocate that. Because, you know, if you have a small channel and you get raided by a big channel, that can change everything, you know?
Yes.
So I just think raid somewhere where, you know, it makes sense for both parties involved.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be loosely defined in any number of ways. So whether it's your friend that, you know, their channel might be a little bigger or smaller than yours, that way you both help each other. But I think, yeah, that answer is different for every streamer, but just try to really think like try to think a couple steps ahead. Like what will happen after I raid here? Will they shout me out? Will they follow me back? Will I shout them out? Will they follow me back? I think there definitely is an art to raiding. And I really think when it's done right, it keeps the party going in such a fun way.
Good. I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned when we were talking with Lunagore, there's a way for mods to raid as well. How do we accomplish that?
So actually, shout out to my good friend Jugmac in the channel. He's a DJ as well and also a variety streamer. I moderate for him. And when you grant someone a mod, you actually have to go back into your settings and also grant editor privileges.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
And it's not granted by default because it gives them the mod a little more power. But it lets them do things like control the raids and things like that.
So I'm gonna write that down.
With Jugmac, he does a late night stream where we watch like YouTube videos that go in all sorts of topics. And we almost kind of make the raid part of the show. So we'll try to find a channel that makes sense with whatever he was just doing. And oftentimes it's new. So like shout out to Yoho Joe in the chat. I found his stream by chance because I was looking in the food category because Jug was doing a food stream.
Yes.
And now we're friends and he hangs out in all of our chats now. So I think in that terms, it was a good positive raid because it helped grow our community for both parties.
Awesome. Great tip. Great tip. So I think I forgot. There was a question that, let me go back, DJ Daz. He asked a question about, do the Better TV plugins work with multi-Twitch?
I'm not familiar with Better TV.
So Better TV, they give you plugins. It's a plugin you can put in your Chrome browser, which gives you access to extra emotes and other things like that to help elevate your Twitch viewing experience. That's what I know about it. And so I'll let him kind of add in, but that's kind of, it's like a plugin you'd put for your
Got it.
Chrome.
I use another third-party one. Actually, it's called Franker Faces.
Okay.
And yes, it translates over to multi-Twitch. So it lets you do things like bookmark your favorite emotes and also access a keyboard to regular phone emojis as well. So I was, again, our community is so generous with sharing knowledge. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I was shown that by another friend as well.
Nice.
I think, here, let me try to type that in as well. It's called...
Cool. I think you shared, like, between you and Luna Gore, you share like 4 things here that are like, whoa.
and you know, you don't have to be here very long. As long as you just want to learn here, you're going to learn a lot if you choose to.
Yes.
That's the cool thing about it is, you know, I got here in March and I already feel very comfortable and at home here, and I love it here a lot.
Mm-hmm. And are you based here on the West Coast? I think you said you're in the West Coast, right?
Yeah, I am in the Bay Area. I am in a town just right above Oakland.
Okay, nice, nice. We have a lot of Bay Area people here as well. Awesome.
Bay Area is very strong on Twitch.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right, so I know you got to get ready for your stream soon. Any kind of last minute words of wisdom or advice? I love to ask this question for both new viewers to Twitch, and then we have a really strong like moderator community. And the third one would be the DJs who are either just starting or really kind of hitting our groove as well.
Cool. Oh, Just Jen says we're neighbors. Cool. I'd love to find out what neighbors I have here. It's cool to see stuff like that. Sorry, that was a 3-part question.
So I'll ask you 3. First time, just last minute advice for new viewers, and then we'll go on to moderators, and then we'll go on to Twitch streamers.
Okay. New viewers, I would say start small and grow your network organically at your own pace. Because, you know, I'm watching numerous streams at once because I spent so much time here. Like, that's how I still need to have fun on this platform. But, you know, just start with a couple streamers that you really enjoy. Be active in the chat and be yourself. And I think the engagement and the willingness to want to stay comes after that. Just tough out the visual noise of how busy it looks. But most importantly, like, have fun and support people that you see need it. Because that's the other cool thing about how generous this platform is. That'd be my best advice for a new viewer. And also, don't be so needy with requests or demands. Like, you know, enjoy yourself for the ride. And then I feel like once you become a valued member of the community and once, you know, you have trust amongst all parties, then you can start to be like, hey, we should try this or we should do this. But I feel like that has to be earned first. So, you know, just be a good observer and be a good chat participant. I think first and foremost is how you're going to have the most fun on here if you're just starting out.
Okay. And then for moderators?
I mean, I'm still kind of getting new to moderating on the regular as well. I would say really learn what you're capable of doing and then using that to the best of your ability. Like kind of some of the inside jokes that we have in our little enclave of DJ Twitch is we'll ban each other that are friends for fun. like it's like if the party's getting too crazy and like you need to, it's like the only next exclamatory you need to do to keep the party going. So like if we see our friends in the chat, like if we have a sword, you know, we also call being a mod, it's we'll call it having a sword. Ban each other for like 10 seconds just for fun. But also we're still ready to yield that sword in a serious way if need be. But I would say, you know, learn how to have fun with your sword. And if you're a mod, don't just be obsessed with the new capabilities that you have. Be a good host to the channel. You know, help welcome new viewers. show them the ropes. If this community has an inside joke, help explain that inside joke to a new viewer. You know, or if that person isn't meshing with the community just yet, you know, just be a good guide to help corralling that. So, you know, for DJ Twitch especially, like one example I'll use, like let's say someone comes in and they just want to, you know, spam their mixtape right off the bat. You can, you know, just be like, hey, you know, we're not doing that today, but if you just want to hang out and vibe out, maybe they'll play your music later, that kind of thing. So I think it's less also about just the fancy sword, like just be a good host if you're a moderator.
Cool.
And then proficiency with the tools will come later, I would say.
Agreed. And finally, for like the DJs and the streamers.
What advice for DJs and streamers?
Yeah.
Or just general advice?
Like general advice, especially like as we are hitting our groove, and like what can we do to stick with it, because it's a grind and many people kind of, you know, fade, so to speak.
Yeah. I would say, again, if you continue to raid smart, you'll expand your network. You know, knowing that you might be expecting, you should never expect a raid unless you did a raid fest, but you know, you're more likely to get raided from more diverse places. You might have friends that are more likely to tell someone, hey, you should go raid my friend. So I think if you're scared that you might burn out as a streamer, I would say just constantly ask yourselves why you love doing this in the first place. Like it really has to go back to a personal passion thing. And if it's not passionate for you, ask yourself why, and are there any actionable things you could do to make it more passionate? So, you know, my good friend, also a DJ on here, who was one of the first people I got on here with, called Stank. His name is Stank Palmer.
Yes.
A lot of bits and pancakes that a lot of you might have heard. We're good real life friends as well. You know, we also preach. He does a similar talk show to this Monday nights as well too, that I can link you to also if you're ever interested in hanging out in there. But we also talk about Twitch on there, and we talk about diversifying content as well. Like I know Luna was a variety streamer. I like to say I'm a variety streamer sometimes with my food and my meals that I do. So, you know, if you're a DJ, maybe stream yourself organizing your crates. People here love the process. They love getting the curtain peeled back. Maybe stream yourself making a sandwich and eating it and talking with your friends. So I'd say if you're getting tired of streaming, ask yourself what kind of streaming you're doing and what's making you happy.
Good.
So whatever that may be.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So there's one final question I wanted to ask you before you left. So I see you here. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but we can help you offline. If you whisper me, I will help you with that podcast on Xbox. That's a little complex. Then Erica asked this question, and you know, it's a common, the battle between Mac or Windows. What are your thoughts on the best type of laptop to use on Twitch?
Oh man. I'm using a guess what I think is the right answer, because I use a MacBook. I think these MacBooks are very limiting. They're nice and sleek and good for taking into the real life. You know, a lot of DJs bring their MacBooks to their gigs. I think PCs are obviously king for streaming.
Yes.
But, you know, for me, at least myself personally as a streamer, yes, I wanted to kind of do things to my stream to kind of make it more, like I said, a welcoming and inviting space. But I also wanted to challenge myself to see what could I accomplish with the materials that I have. So, like, for example, my stream, when I have a guest on and I'm designing with them, I wanted to have their video in the corner as well as sharing my screen. But my MacBook with Streamlabs can't handle a Zoom call or a StreamYards call with sharing Photoshop at the same time.
Interesting.
So to creatively solve that, I just put a picture of them in the corner with a little GIF that shows like a microphone moving to show that they're talking. So that was my creative solution to that problem. I think PCs are more capable, especially if they've got their good CPU and good RAM.
Right.
So I think PCs are king, but don't let having a Mac discourage you from still putting on a great stream.
Good.
Because I didn't want to, at least at this point right now in my streaming career, is invest in streaming equipment. Like,
yeah,
I wanted to replicate my real working process as a designer, and that's how I work on my Mac. And also too, because using Photoshop on a PC, at least as a designer, is not as fun. I'll say that. I also have a program restriction that doesn't want me to go that route, even though I know streaming wise it'd be better for me.
Got it. Awesome. Well, you know, first of all, thank you very much for taking time on your schedule. The knowledge you have shared today, I mean, we've got like 4 or 5 takeaways. I really appreciate that. If people want to talk to you about maybe designing some emotes for them and for also maybe having you design some overlays for them, what's the best way to reach you?
These whispers, you know, I don't actively promote my services because thankfully I get quite a good amount of inquiries already. But, you know, the whispers are always open. I do have quite a bit of people waiting right now to get stuff made. And also, I would say look up other great designers that you see here too. Again, thank you again, Freshmoss, for this opportunity. You know, he does a lot of great work as well with all the same types of things that I make. because for me, I do these on the side of my day job, and they're for usually clients that I believe in, or that I like the concept that they're going with. So those are usually things that will make me more likely want to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, due to the inquiries, I'm sorry, I don't think I would be able to get to everyone that asks me for stuff, but the worst I can say is no, or you just might have to wait for a while. So, I always love a good challenge. I love good ideas. So if there's a lot of potential there with what we can create, then I'm interested. So, I would never say I would always say no, and I'm never always going to say yes. More than happy to chat all the time. I also love giving feedback too, because if I don't have time to actually execute the work for you, if I don't have time to make things for you, I'm more than happy to look at work and give you feedback too. So if you're getting it done elsewhere and you just want a second pair of eyes, I love to try to give feedback whenever I can too, because I still want to make myself available to my community.
Awesome. So thank you also for joining us for our Stevie Wonderland experience on Saturday. We appreciate the love.
Yeah, I was actually tuned in from my mom's house. It was her birthday.
Oh,
and nice. I was just kind of showing her, I was doing the same thing, getting excited about Twitch and talking about it. And we were playing it when we were eating dinner. So thank you for providing the dinner soundtrack.
We could have dropped on the happy birthday song for her as well too.
You actually threw it on at the right time, and it was cool.
Nice. Cool. Well, thank you very much. Awesome information. We'll be back in touch. We'll keep in touch. You make sure to drop your link in the chat. I got a couple more questions. Continue to put questions in the chat. I have some more time to answer them, so I'm going to get to that. But awesome. Thank you, Jordan, very much.
Thank you for having me. This has been a great opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Everybody.
All right, y'all. So that was another dope guest here. So I have some questions to answer. And DJ OE, I'm going to show you this question. So DJ OE asked about how can you put the logo in your chat like I have for my IG, Instagram, and quiz overlay. So I'm going to show you the extensions I use to do that really quickly. So let me just get to my extensions. And then we have a couple of follow-up questions, and then we will be on our way. So hold on for a minute here. Go to my little creator dashboard. Hopefully they didn't change where this is. I don't think so, though. This time, I don't think so. So, okay, extensions. Okay, so let me share my screen. I'm going to show you the extensions that I use here for that. Chrome tab, extensions. All right, so DJ OE, I hope you're still here. I'll clip this as well if you're not. But you go to your creator dashboard, then you go down to extensions. And then once you go to your extensions, you have your extensions. And so what I do is I think you have 3 or 4 panels. So I have on panel 2, the Instagram feed extension. And then on overlay 1, I have the quiz kit extension. You can search for all these different extensions. And maybe that's a good topic to cover in an upcoming class extension, because there's a whole different world out there as well. But that's how I have the extensions. I added them to my overlays, the panels, and that's how it shows up on my chat, both the quiz kit one and the Instagram feed. So if you're here, I'm going to look through the comments. That's the way to get started, and then we can cover this more in detail next time. So I'm going to stop the screen share really quickly. I'm going to see here. Hold on. Let's see here. Good. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you saw that. Otherwise, I can clip it and send it to you. So that's good. There was a couple other questions my mods sent through. Thank you very much. Shout out to all my mods. Thank you, Jen. I'll clip it and bounce into them. We got the website there. Good. So I love to ask this question at the end of class. And this class particularly, I want to ask you all this. What is one new thing you will try on Twitch after this class? So let us know that. Also, if there's any additional questions, I agree, have to come correct. They keep getting better and better. It's crazy. Okay. What is one new thing you'll try on Twitch after this class tonight? So, and I agree, have to come correct. It was very, very fire. And it was unexpected. It's unexpected. Okay, so we're going to get, gaming loot. So Gary, I don't know much about gaming loot, so I'm going to add to my parking lot. Let you know that too. So hold on. So I'm going to do that. Also, while you're putting in some questions, we got about 10 minutes, so no stress. I'm going to share with you what we have coming up. We have one of our favorite nights of the week coming up tomorrow. It's Survivor Island. Where's my little picture? I think I put it here. So Survivor Island. We have, that's last week's. No, I don't have this week's. So to next week we have, or tomorrow night we have female groups where we are doing on Survivor Island. We have Total, Escape, SWV, In Vogue. Let me think here. TLC, and there's one more I'm forgetting. I'll think of it in a minute. We have those groups, and so we play music from them, and then we vote them off the island. We see who's winning at the end. So it's Escape, In Vogue, TLC, SWV, Total. There's one more I'm forgetting. Someone remind me in the chat, please. And that also Destiny's Child. Thank you. Good. McKinney, hello. Multi-Twitch TV, yes. Please reach out to Jordan Ejor for that as well. Overlays, channel points in the chat. Yes. Good. So that's good. Remember, we have class next week. I'm working on having another guest speaker come in, a couple of them. Feel free to join the Discord as well. And yeah, let me just do that. DJ is going PC shopping. Yeah. Okay, so hold on for a minute here. That's there. So I need to send a note to Songbird here. Let's see here. And then we'll get ready to go on a raid in a little bit. Thank you for the follows. Yes, so you got to come to Survivor Island. It is so much fun. I mean, I have never seen, it is so much fun when we do that. Oh, that's right, Nyla, her treat. Let me pause, go get some treats for Nyla. Hold on for that. And I got to lift her up so y'all can see her too. Hold on. I'm gonna do that. Keep putting questions in the chat, and also the things that you learned from today. And yeah, hold on for a minute. Come on. Sit over here. All right, so hold on here. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see how I can do this here. Let's drop here. Come on. Sit. Okay. So, all right, so you see the dog here. Oh. Come here. Stay here. Okay, hold on. Sit. See, she can smell the treat. Sit. Come here. Let me get you up here. Okay. Here, you want this? So let's see. You want another one? Hold on. Here, another one. All right, there you go. Good. Hold on. Sit down. Sit. Okay, I'm gonna put one out here. Go ahead, up there. Ames, that was for you. Happy birthday. All right, so let me see here. Lab Hound Rottweiler mix. Yes, I agree. This one here. What's up, Dawn Perrion? Good to see you here. Let's see here. There's so much more. Yes. Streamlab commands. Good. All right. Well, we'll learn together, Miss Denise. Good. So make sure. Oh, okay. See, I'm glad we did this, Songbird. Awesome. Okay. So let me see here. All right. So make sure. Let's see here. Okay. We're going to go over to Vance Dell. He was in the chat earlier. I think he just went on. Songbird, can you see how long he's going to stay on? We'll do that there. I think we'll go there. Okay, let me look at the chat really quickly and see. This was awesome. Jordan, there. 1 and 2. I think I covered all the questions. Streamlab commands also. So I covered Streamlab commands, right? How to do that. Definitely you have to go back and look at that. There's also a video as well. So we covered the commands. I showed you how to set up the new ones. They're real easy and simple. That's good. That's good. So let's check on Vance Songbird. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let me research this. I got your message. Good, good, good. Team Nyler White Tiger. Yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. Good, good. Okay, we're going to go to DJ Vance Dell. We're going to come in there with the emotes and give him some love. He's doing some great stuff over there. Thank you all very much. I appreciate all the attention, like all the people who attended, the questions. It's just been a great, great class. Please share with a friend, maybe someone new who wants to, maybe wants to come to Twitch, but is a little bit nervous. So just, keep sharing it. We'll be back next week. I'll work on guest speakers. If you have suggestions for guest speakers, let me know that as well. And then join the Discord. Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. That emote, very good. So thank you all. See you all. Come back tomorrow. And yeah, just send me messages. If you have topics you want me to cover in class, also send that to me as well by Whisper also. So do that. I'm just looking through one final time here to make sure I didn't miss anything. The comments, some of the times I missed the comments. Awesome. Cherries on Top Music, welcome. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, DJ 1 and 2s. I appreciate that. So yeah, surround. Thank you. Thank you all for the follows. I'm sorry I missed people. I'll get back to it. Cool. You're welcome, Marcia. I'm still working on your questions, Marcia. And then Alex, NCA, I'll see you tomorrow as well. Get your emotes ready for the raid. Let me get his name there, DJ. Help him out. Okay. Yeah, and thanks again to Luna Gore and Jordan Yejor. And make sure you follow them and support them. And just another great class. Thank you all. We're going to go on a raid. Let's see who we're going to do it. Gary Gillespie, thank you very much. Got a new emote coming tomorrow for us. I think I got to put Babyface on the back burner for a little bit as well. But soon we'll get him back. All right. So we got a raid coming. And then we will continue about our day. All right. Here we go. I know VaynerMix, but we'll get him back there. All right. Thank you, Fonz. All right. Here we go.